This is Max Williams with United Real Estate, and today we're in the city of Richmond. More specifically, we are in Church Hill. Today we're going to look at a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home. This home built in 2001, which is basically brand new by Richmond standards. The home is in keeping with the style of the neighborhood, and I really like to see the variety that we have in a location like this. This is a very well laid out home, and I wanted to give you an idea of what the block is set up like. We of course have on-street parking. There is a good amount of traffic here on this street, but we have an alleyway, and alleyways are very common in urban neighborhoods, and they serve a couple purposes. Number one, sanitation trucks will access them to pick up the trash containers, and number two, a lot of these homes have off-street parking in the rear. And that's key, because if you wanted to come home and didn't want to deal with going in and having cars whiz by you, you've got your own private parking here in the rear. You of course have a nice backyard as well. Many of these are going to be fenced rear yards. Just a couple days ago, a fellow agent did an open letter. It was in the form of a video, and it was primarily to agents, but it did have some information for the general public. And I wanted to share a little bit of what I got from her message. It was really something that I hadn't thought a lot about. And one of the main purposes of my channel is to not only bring you homes, but to also share information and clear up misinformation that's very common in real estate. This fence here is actually the subject property. We're of course going to go around and be able to see it from the front as well. So one of the main tenets of her message was that real estate, of course, is very hot right now. There are a lot of homes that are selling very quickly for top dollar, and the public thinks, oh, agents are just making a killing on this. And that's actually not completely accurate. If you think about a real estate transaction, probably over 80% of transactions involve two agents. Number one agent is going to be the listing agent, or the agent that represents the seller. Their job is to get the best price and terms for the seller. Many transactions have a buyer's agent, also known as a selling agent, that represents the buyer. And they work, of course, with the buyer, represent them, make sure they're protecting their interests, and hopefully get the best price and terms for the purchaser. So what's happening is some agents specialize, and the bulk or all of their business is with buyers. And in today's market, it's not unusual for a buyer, especially a first-time buyer or a buyer in the mid-range of housing prices, to have 5, 6, 7 offers or more placed and rejected. And that, of course, gets to be very demoralizing. In addition, the vast majority of agents only get paid if they close on houses. So you probably see where I'm going. You could have 5 or 6 buyers that you're working with, if that's your specialty, make offers all day, every day, and walk away with absolutely no compensation. Now, some of these agents are very good. They work very hard, but the market is very tough. And you will only get a home under contract if your price and terms basically beats everyone else's. And in some of these cases, the investors are coming in with top dollar, they're paying cash, and it makes it really hard to compete for many buyers with financing. Okay, I'm gonna show you here the front of our home. Good looking exterior. We've got that nice porch. Good feel here in this historic location. All right, let's go on in and take a look and see what we have. You got a white picket fence. That says something right there about character. All right, I love the color combination here that they did on this home, and it shows absolutely beautifully. I'm gonna give you a shot here from the street. One of the things I love about homes like this is you're so convenient. You are walking distance to a grocery store, which is very tough to do in today's neighborhoods. You typically aren't gonna be in walkable neighborhoods to a great extent of the time, especially when you start getting out into the counties. Okay, as we come in, we can see we've got the nice window view here. 3 windows, plenty of natural light. The floors look absolutely amazing. They're in great condition. This whole house is actually a very good condition. Our walls look Very good. It's like a mist, like a really light hint of blue in these walls, blue-gray. So really good, pleasing color. I wanted to point something out here in our utility room. This is a special type of heat pump, and it is a heat pump that is wired into the plumbing system, or plumbed actually into the water lines. And you can see we've got our copper water lines. Normally, these lines would never connect to a water heater, but they do with this type of technology. They are extremely durable. I've seen them 30 years old and still going strong. This is going to be a gas water heater. I can tell because we have the connection here. That's actually the shutoff for the gas line. And we have the flue up top, that white pipe that takes out the gases and puts them, of course, outdoors. We do have a little extra space here for storage. This home is wired for an alarm system, and there's our box right there. All right, let's go on back and see what we have here in the rest. They do have a pendant light here. Now, this light could actually be for a more formal dining space if someone wanted to configure it as such, or you could just make this completely a family room. And we've got a dining capacity here in the back of the home. Here to the right is going to be our powder room. Very convenient on the first floor. Last year was actually my best year ever in real estate. So all agents are not doing poorly, but some of them are. And so it's important to keep that in mind, that this boom that we're having in the market isn't necessarily benefiting everyone. I feel so bad for some of my first time buyers because it can really be a challenge. It does warrant to say that it may not be the right season for all first-time buyers particularly. And it's tough. It's really hard for me to say that, but I've got to be realistic. I'd rather paint a realistic picture than a rosy picture. That doesn't do anyone any good. If it is better for a buyer to wait, it's a prime time to go ahead and get your financial life together, to get everything where you're in a better position when it comes time for you to buy. And that may mean paying off some debt. It may mean taking care of some issues. It may mean putting some money in savings. The more money you have when you buy, the more options you're gonna have. Right now, it's not tough for us to get someone in a home, if we get a home, and they just have a few $1,000s saved. So it doesn't take a whole lot of cash, but when you do have more, it does make it a little bit easier. Okay, we saw our rear there. This space here, this could be a dining space. You've got that ceiling fan in place, plenty of open area for a nice big table if you chose to do so. Right here, you could get a couple, maybe one or two bar stools. So that was a great use of space to put that indentation there and then be able to use that kind of as a informal space. Now, when I saw this, I said, what in the world? Why would you have a privacy lock there on a pantry? And I thought about it and I thought about it. I don't have children, but then it hit me. Somebody probably had a 4-year-old and they wanted to keep the 4-year-old out of the edibles. That's the only thing I could come up with why you would have a lock there on your pantry. We do have a coat closet right here, convenient to the front door. That's actually nice and deep. And this carpet appears to be new. This is really plush carpet. They actually came in with some good padding underneath. You can tell when somebody uses cheap pad when you walk on it. So they definitely used a premium pad here on this carpet. All right, as we get to the top of the steps, we've got a couple of choices. We can go to the left. That's going to be our master suite, or we can go to the right, which is going to be towards the front of the home. Here to my right is going to be our laundry, and we've got a washer and dryer that are in place. Have some storage or some shelving overhead. Another linen closet. We are now at the front of the home, and this is going to be bedroom number 1. This would be a great office. You could sit here and keep an eye on the Amazon delivery person as they sprint away without ringing the doorbell. Our closet directly ahead. I love the fact that we have such good proximity here to Manchester, to Shockoe Bottom, downtown. Anything that you need here in the city, you are relatively close here in Churchill. This is going to be the largest bedroom here. This actually may be even bigger than the primary. We've got a good sized closet here. Once again, we do have the view of the street, which is nice here at the front of the home. One other thing, if someone was interested in getting into a home, the rent-to-own program actually may be a good alternative for them, and this is the reason why. When the rent-to-own investment company, large company comes in, they're making cash offers on the home that you pick here in Henrico, Chesterfield, or Hanover. And then they will buy the home and then rent it to you for up to 5 years. There's no obligation to buy, but if you do buy, you just simply get your own financing when you're ready and simply stay in the home. It is much easier for someone or a company that has cash to get a home under contract today than it is with financing. When these sellers sit down and look at all of the offers they have, the cash offers rise to the top. And so they are very inclined to give cash offers first priority. Now, don't get me wrong, there are people that are getting offers accepted with financing, but as the adage says, cash is king. Okay, we are now in bedroom number 3. This is here on the rear of the home. We're now going to transition into our primary suite, and through this door is where it is. Here to the left is going to be our primary bath. And so they did a good job with laying all of this out. We're coming in just under 1,700 square feet here. So really good floor plan to be able to get 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2.5 bath actually, and that good dual shower head here in a house this size. Okay, we are now in our primary, and that light is bright outside. That sunshine is definitely coming in nice and strong here in this primary bedroom. We do have a ceiling fan, once again, fresh paint, new carpet. Our closet is right here, good sized closet. And I'm really impressed. This is a good looking property. We've got newer systems. The market is absolutely on fire, and there is still very good, attractive financing right now for purchasers. That's one bright side of our coin, is our financing is still extremely attractive. Grant money is still available, and 100% financing also still available. If you have any questions about this or any other home on the market, my name is Max Williams. It'd be an honor for me to help. Please be sure to comment, smash that like button if you'd be kind enough. Make sure you subscribe, and would love to hear from you. Let me know what you think about this one, and I hope y'all be safe. Have a great day.